guys, welcome back to Satisfactory Let's Play. I have no idea what episode this is. I'll make sure I put it in the title. I promised you that we were going to put together the aluminum factory uh, together. I wouldn't do it off camera. And I only have about 45 minutes to an hour to do this, so I may have to cut this short. But here we are at the bauxite plant that we put together last episode. And there's a resource that I use to make sure that I can figure out what you can make from different things and what the recipes are. Because the game does a good job of telling you, what the recipes are if you want to make something, what you need in order to make it. But what it doesn't do a good job of is telling you, if I've got this thing, what can I make from it? So I go out to Satisfactory calculator, and I've got that up on my other screen over here. And that actually has a really good interactive map of where the locations of the minerals are if you want to go out and use it. I mean, if you want to go and find them all yourself, fill your boots, more power to you. But, maps exist in every world. So, and, other people, you can use what they've done. So I do. I go out and I use the maps that other people have put together, and I figure out what's where. So the Satisfactory calculator tells me that bauxite is used for three possible things. The only thing that you can use it for with the regular recipes is alumina solution. But if you get the alternate recipes, and that's through finding the hard drives and then scanning them at the MAM, there's two other recipes. You can get alternate instant scrap, so alumina solution will then be refined into aluminum scrap. But and so alumina solution takes bauxite and water, and then you can, and then the output of that is alumina solution and silica. And then you can refine that further into, I believe it's aluminum scrap, and then refine that further into aluminum ingots, basically. But with this alternate recipe, it takes bauxite, coal, sulfuric acid, and water, and it outputs aluminum scrap and water. So you skip a step, which is nice. And then the last one is sloppy alumina, which also takes bauxite and water and gives you alumina solution, but no silica. And the difference is, so the regular vanilla recipe is 12 bauxite, 18 cubic meters of water for 12 cubic meters of alumina solution and 5 silica. The sloppy alumina is only 10 bauxite and 10 cubic meters of water, so less water, and it outputs 12 cubic meters of alumina solution. That's interesting. So that's probably a better recipe if you can get to it. But I do know that there are three basic things that are necessary for making bauxite into aluminum. So obviously you need the bauxite. The second thing that you need is water, and what I've done is I've built myself a platform grid over here, which is where I intend to put the plant, and that is over top of some water. So we got water, and you'll notice this little bridge here. Oh, and already I've screwed up. Okay. So, let's get rid of that, actually. Come on. So there is coal over here, and I had intended to bring out, a miner, but I don't think, I didn't bring you notice I got all my stuff together to try and get this done, but I forgot to bring portable miners. Story of my life. Let's just... Oops, come on. There we go. Just square this off. Okay. So, the first thing I need, I believe it's a blender that we need. And I'm certain, yeah, I've got enough room underneath to start running pipes and things. So I'm going to run it this way. And let's look at production. Pretty sure it's a blender that we need. Yeah, because we're putting, it's either a refinery or a blender. I think it's a blender. Let's look. And of course I don't, well, maybe it's not a blender. Unless I have to make all this beforehand. All right. 1 second. We look at our parts and we want alumina solution. Right there. Oh, it's a refinery. That's good. So, and we've also got alternate recipe number 1. Oh, that's just for packaging, and I'm packaging alumina solution. It's a lot easier to package this stuff up and send it where it needs to go than to try and pipe it a long distance. I don't know. I suppose you could figure it out, but you saw the issues that I have with the water earlier. Like, I have a bit of a phobia now with long pipes. So, all right. So we need a refinery. Good, I brought enough. We'll probably need a few of these, so let's just take a quick look. So for alumina solution, we're going to need 120 bauxite a minute. So over here, we should have, I think it's 300 bauxite a minute. 240 now, but I'm absolutely going to do this. And, oh, we get up to 600 per minute, which means technically at 120 per minute, that's 5. So we can fit 5 here, but it also needs 180 water per minute. And let's just jump down here, I think, and not get caught on the vegetation. So, water extractor. Right there. Now, this one I'm not going to overclock because I can fit like, I don't know, a dozen or so in this water here. It's only when there's not enough water nearby for me to fit a bunch in that I'll start doing that. So, okay, so this is going to give me 120 per minute. I need 120 per minute up there, and I'll probably need a pump to get it up there too. So we're good because I can easily fit 5 in here. And I think one of the recipes actually this recipe, alumina solution, it actually outputs water too, which we're kind of going to have to get rid of. So there's 2 things I'm going to do for that. So I guess the first thing that we're going to do, I suppose we should bring power over here. So did I already put power up here? Yeah, I did. I put power up here. But now I think, have I got, no, I don't even have upgraded power yet. Wow, that's interesting. So because we don't have Mark II power poles yet. Mark II power poles allow you to put 7 power lines off of it. So with the Mark 1s, I have a tendency to put one every block, at least at the start, just to make sure that we don't run out of power. And then right here, I'm actually going to take this one down below, put it right there, just to get the wire. And then what I'll do is I will bring it up to here so that I can run it along the front. So every one that we put in will put in another power pole, just to make sure everything works. Now we can run, it's going to be all pipeline Mark IIs from now on. So this is not that high of a run. So what I'm going to do is I'll just pipe it to there. I'll be able to take it out of there easily enough. And then I'm going to put the Mark II pump right there also. And for some reason it always goes backwards on me. Yeah, there we go. All right, that should easily get everything that we need up here. I'm going to pull this out too. Actually, I don't care all that much. I will... trying to make it relatively neat and organized here. So if I bring it up right here, that should allow me to run it all the way down here. And keep it nice and organized. And then you can pull that pipe up. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I kind of pulled it a little wrong, but I don't think it's a big deal. Nah, yeah, that's good enough for me. Yeah, the heck with it. And then pull this off here. And then we got to get rid of the waste water, and that's kind of what we got to do next. I think I want... So this is always a judgment call. Let's get electricity to here. Oh, this has happened to me before. I think I mentioned this a lot earlier. So when we set this splitter down just a second ago, it didn't actually sit on the conveyor belt. It actually sat on the floor. I haven't had as many problems with the Mark 1 to 3s, but I had a lot of problems with the Mark 5s, and it looks like the Mark 4s are doing the same thing. I think it's because the belt is thicker. It's causing it to lift. I'm not really sure, to be honest. So when you put the splitters down now, this is 6, I think, right? No, 7. You've got to be super careful. I still don't think that got it, actually. You normally see when it gets it. Oh, it did get it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're starting up. Now we've got our alumina solution and our silica. We're going to have to figure out what to do with both. I mean, the alumina solution is easy enough because that's going into the next one, but we've then got to figure out what we're going to do with that silica because we've got to balance this so that the silica is always being used or thrown away. I mean, we can drop it into an awesome sink, but I don't want to do that because silica is actually important for a bunch of different things. Yeah, see, we have already produced 48 units of alumina solution. So it's already shut itself back down. So now we've got to figure out what comes next. And I just want to get rid of this. It kind of bugs me when I've got vegetation sticking up through the foundations. Okay, so the next thing I believe comes aluminum scrap. Let's just take a quick look at this. So this is how you got to do it if you don't use Satisfactory calculator. You got to know where you're trying to get to and work backwards. So we're trying to get to alkyd aluminum sheets and aluminum casings. So the alkyd aluminum sheets, oh, we're going to have to find copper. Oh, yay. So that requires aluminum ingots and copper ingots. So in order to get aluminum ingots, yeah, you need aluminum scrap and silica. So we've got our silica starting up here. And then we're going to have to figure out how to balance that. So that's going to be a bit of work there. And we're doing this forwards, not backwards, right? It's always easier to balance when you go backwards. You start at the end, like we did on the a couple of the schematics down in the main factory. You start at the end, figure out what your final output is, and then you figure out exactly what's needed, and then what the one before is output, so you can do your multiplication correctly so that you get 100% all the way through. But in this case, we haven't got it. So we need aluminum scrap, which is good. So aluminum scrap requires alumina solution, which we now have, plus coal, which we've got just over here, and that's going to output aluminum scrap and water, and that's also done in a refinery. So we will put another refinery up here. Am I off on this? Oh yeah, I am. See, the edge of that one is sitting on the edge of the foundation there. Normally I like to get it in the middle. I don't know why I did that. Might be because it was the first one, who knows. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know, allergies or something. Now, did I put that too far over? That, you see how that foot is sitting on the edge right there? That foot's, okay, no, we're good. So out of here, we need to take the alumina solution. So that means a pipe from here to here. Oh, let's get the electricity going too. Now we want to make aluminum scrap. So that's already coming in. Now we need to pull over the coal. And unfortunately, to pull over the coal, we're going to have to go get a miner, which I hadn't gotten. Yay me. Now, the other thing that I want to do actually is I want to bring a hypertube up here. So, and I've got it partly, there you go. I've got it part of the way up already. I tried like a half a dozen times to get rid of these. I can't get rid of them. For some reason I can't. If anyone knows how to get rid of these trees, like I can't even target them. I don't know why. I can, and when I target these trees, normally what happens is if you or the bamboo, I guess, if you cut this down, it clear cuts around you, right? But when I do this one, those ones still stay there. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so we're going to put a hypertube in here. Transport. And what do we get? Hypertube entrance. And then a hypertube. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to do that actually, yeah. Unfortunately, just down the way here, probably over there or maybe underneath, there is some radioactive material. So every single time we come through here, there you go, I'm starting to hit it now. Every single time we come through here, we're going to take radiation damage. So we need to get through this spot as fast as possible. Look how high the radiation's going. And we don't want to come through here too often. You can't see my health bar, but I've lost 2 bubbles of health already, just standing here. All total, I lost just over 3 bubbles of health. Okay, so there's our hypertube. Now I'm going to run back through this radiation. It'll be nicer when we get our radiation suit. And the radiation suit isn't that far away, to be honest. Wow, I'm down almost half health right now. And it's going to get worse as soon as I go through here, but the things I do for you guys. So, there we go, taking the damage. Oh, that's better. That was less than a bubble of health damage. So in the hypertube, it's a lot better. And so there's our steel satellite factory out there. And that's our main factory. And then down there, you can just see it down there, is our coal plant. And then out there underneath the cursor, that's the quartz mine. And we're starting to get a bunch of hypertubes coming in here. Oh, that lets me out dangerously close to that. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get sucked in. Okay. So actually, one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need it. And I think I'm going to drop that too because I don't think we need that. And I'm going to keep one of these just to make sure. No, don't need that. Okay. That's the stuff I'm pretty sure I don't need right now. So we need... Actually, I'm going to make 4 of these because we also need copper up there, right? And honestly, I should probably pick up a bunch of other stuff while I'm down here, but that hypertube actually is reasonably convenient, so I can get back quickly enough if I need to. And I want to get back to building right now, so. I gotta tell you, I like this base significantly more than my first base, my first playthrough. This is just so much neater. So that's our explosives right there. We gotta upgrade that too. Right now we're making black powder. The next thing we need to make is smokeless powder, but we're gonna make it all right there. And eventually I want to clean up that radiation down there because I'm pretty sure it's just a minor node that you can just mine out and it's gone forever. Man, every time I look at this, the devs did such a good job on the visuals here. I left a couple of places. I left ramps like that. That's going to places where I want to go back to. There's something there that I need that I couldn't get the first time. Most often it's crash sites where I didn't have the. Hey, there's a purple. That was a purple slug underneath that. Oh, that's why I left it there. Yeah, you see that purple slug? The boulder keeps coming in and out. I've got to destroy the boulder and then I'll get the purple slug from it. That's why I left that that ramp there. Oh, there's something down there too. You see that? So we're down 3 1/4 bubbles of health right now. Let's see. It's going to be slower going through this time. That's 3/4 of a bubble. That's a full bubble now. We're just about a full bubble going through there. So not actually that terrible, to be honest. It comes back quickly enough. Okay. So now we get the coal and bring it over. And as always, we're going to bring the belts. Hey, there's a yellow slug down there. I'll have to grab him. Grab the slugs where you can. They are very useful. Ah, you know, I didn't bring over. Okay, you know what? We're going to go get that slug. I need power. So the best place to get power, I think, or the easiest place to get power is the power line that's just down here. And what I'll do is I will drop, I will drop a bunch of power poles just to make sure, because we need to put at least 5 water extractors in here. So I want to make sure that there's enough power down below here. That over there. And I'll do one more. Actually, no, I don't need to do one more. I can put, all right, I'll just keep this. This is another thing that you can do. I do this a lot. I suppose a lot of people do it. I'll grab something, anything, whatever it is. It's a conveyor belt or a pipeline, or in this case, a power pole. And then I will run the whole way around. And for most of it, you know, it says, oh, you're too long. Well, yeah, okay, sure. But when I finally get up here, I can place it exactly where I want it to be, which is right there. Well, that's interesting. I've never seen it do that before. Huh. Okay. So now let's get a minor Mark II. You know what? I'm looking at a bunch of these things and I see minor Mark IIIs. I don't ever remember getting a minor Mark III. I don't know. We'll have to see. Figure it out together. There we go. Right there. Now we're going to take, I think we're going to take this straight that way and we'll bring it in underneath and we'll bring it up underneath over there. And it's going to clip through the rocks, but quite honestly, I don't care. I know some people will get kind of rangy about that, and you know, if you don't want to see it clipping through the rocks, more power to you. Do whatever you like. But me, I don't actually care. To me, most of these conveyor belts are better out of sight, out of mind. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it up this way, and I'm going to take it around and then I'm going to take it right down this one here. Because that will let me get it, I think. Yeah, that'll let me split it out for that whole row, I think. Oh, come on. So now, in order to get the coal up there, oh wow. Okay, so let's see if this works. I'll put it that way, and then what I'll do is I'll put the splitter a little higher up, like there. And let's see if, yes, okay, good. Perfect. So what do we got coming in here? We got 12 alumina solution, 12 cubic meters alumina solution per minute coming out of here. Hold on, is that right? 120, there we go. I'm not sure what this means. 120 times 12 cubic meters? And this is 120 times 4 cubic meters? Does that mean that we can... That might mean that we can put 3 of these per. I don't know, I'll have to check that out at some point. All right, so we have made now 150 alumina scrap and 50 water. So now we've got to start taking care of the water. And what I think I'm going to do, actually, I think I'm going to put a bunch of, well, here, I think it's time to start clearing this because this is bugging me. Yeah, that tree type, you just can't get rid of it. I wonder if I can explode it. Okay, I think what I want to do is put, I think I want some industrial fluid buffers. I mean, I can put a bunch of regular fluid buffers, but no, you know what? The industrial fluid buffers are going to hold a lot more. It's 2,400. So here's what I'm thinking I want to do is I want to put the industrial fluid buffers down here, and then I want to feed that water back into something else that's going to use it. Because I think there are other things that are going to use it. But if I put at least one industrial fluid buffer in, the fluid buffers will allow me to purge them from time to time. So I can come up and purge them from time to time. But to be honest, I would much rather you do something. See, we're outputting 120 times 2 cubic meters per minute, I think. And if we look at what else would need it, I think it's the aluminum. Is it aluminum casings that need it? Nope. Aluminum ingot does not need it. Well, what I can do, is feed that water back in to the water pump, basically. So this is grabbing 180 water per minute, and this is outputting, come on, this is only outputting 120 water per minute. Is that true? I think this is 120 cubic meters of water squared times 2, I think, not squared, times 2 per minute. So that's 120. And this needs This needs 180. So, and this is giving us back 120. You know what? I'm gonna run this back and see what it does. How do I want to run this back? If I do this, yeah, we're getting short on time for today. I'm probably going to have to cut this into 2 episodes. I want to run this really close. I might actually run it up higher too. I'm not sure, because this is gonna mean I'm gonna have to. I can do that. It's gonna mean I'm gonna have to stand the next one off just a little bit further. Yep, that's coming out of there. What happens if I do that? We were at 150 aluminum scrap there. There you go. Huh, look at that. The aluminum scrap is just going up. All right. So the next thing is, and this is where we're probably going to need some help too, to be honest. So this is outputting 5 silica, or 50 silica per minute. Now, in order to make, I believe it is, I'm just going to put this in temporarily. I believe it's a constructor I need. In order to make aluminum ingot. Oh, do I need a blender? All right, gotta look. Aluminum ingots are made in a foundry. Okay, and I need silica and aluminum scrap for that. So, invalid. There we go. Oh, did I just put the same thing down again? Oh, I didn't take the old one up. Nice boy, tries hard, kind of slow. So, for the alumina ingot, yeah, see, I need 75 silica per minute. And this is only outputting, I think, 50. Yeah. So, I got 2 choices, right? If I, and there's 2 that we've got to balance, right? Because this is outputting 50 silica per minute, and this is outputting 120 alumina solution per minute. That 120 is only half of what we need here. So quite honestly, we can feed 2 of those into here to get full, which would also give us 100 silica per minute. And then this outputs 360 scrap. You can forget about the water. So we'll have 360 scrap and 100 silica. Okay, I guess I've got some math to do to figure this out, because 360 scrap means that I can feed 3 of these, but I've only got 100 silica, and we need 225 silica in order to feed 3 of these. So we would need to get more silica from somewhere. And honestly, the only other place that I know of to get silica other than here is through quartz mining. So I guess we got to take a quick look at 2 things. One, we'll take a look at quartz here first. See where the closest quartz is. Oh, that's good. And then the other thing we got to get is, so we can do that. We can pull the quartz up. And then we got to get copper. But I'm going to save all of that until the next episode because I'm out of time. Thanks for watching. Come back for the next one, and I'll put both of them up today. So take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.